For anybody that's been wondering what's been up with Robert Z, you may or may not know that his day job is half of the rap duo Run the Jewels. He teams up with Killer Mike. Robert goes by the nickname LP, and they're working on stuff, something with cats. I don't know. I mean, there's no way LP is not Robert Z. Just take a look. Robert, I know your job is not to entertain me. Still, wish you were here. Hope you're well. Hope you and your family are doing well. And you can take down your videos, but you can't take away our memories, man. Wish you were here. Hey there, vinyl community, and music fans, and anybody that's clicked on the wrong video. My name's Tom. You're watching my channel, Rant District. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to continue. I'm going to show 8 more records that I picked up, mostly last year. Last year was my first year restarting collecting vinyl. The first 5 records I'm going to show you are all from a label called Light in the Attic Records. They do a really great job. They put out good music. They do a lot of reissues, and I got issues with reissues. Never mind. But the quality of the packaging that Light in the Attic puts out, the quality of the recording, the attention to detail is there. So, you know, if you're looking for a version of a record, that Light in the Attic is one of the makers. They're a good safe bet to go with. First band I'm going to show is, I've got 2 albums of theirs. It's a band called the Black Angels. This is their debut album, Passover. This is actually a re-release. This came out in, this is a 2009 re-release of the 2006 debut by the Black Angels. It's a gatefold. Kind of makes you dizzy, but that's a double LP, if I'm not mistaken. Here's a look at the label. I believe within the last day or 2 or 3, Steve over at Flipside CT was showing this record as a encouragement for somebody to try out something new. It's the Black Angels. They're kind of it's psych rock, and you know, I was never until you know, people from the vinyl community kind of tipped me onto a few different things. I was never really into psychedelic rock, but I enjoy it. I mean, the sound on this thing is amazing. It's kind of like, you know, grab a beverage of your choice, or you know, whatever of your choice that relaxes you, and just pop it on, turn it up, and it's kind of like a wall of a room full of sound that just kind of engulfs you, and just it kind of takes you. It's really great stuff. And Light in the Attic also put out the Black Angels' second record. Here it's called Directions to See a Ghost. It's a triple LP, so it's kind of a thick box. You flip it open there, and you get a little bit of that action, and a little bit of that action. It's a trifold, I don't know. But again, you know, some great psych rock that you can just, man, you can just tune out the world to this stuff, and just relax and be engulfed and just lose yourself, man. It's really, really good stuff. Again, that's on Light in the Attic Records. Next up, this is a Light in the Attic's reissue of, it's a 2007 reissue they did of Betty Davis's debut album, self-titled, called Betty Davis. It's a reissue of her 1973 album. It's kind of funk and kind of soul. It's got the inner sleeve right there. It talks about what, the music and the mystique. The music and the mystique of Betty Davis. It's funk, it's soul. Here's take a look at the label. And it's a little bit of both. It's not, the best funk and soul you've ever heard, but she's a strong person. She comes across, it's the music, her lyrics and her music, very sexy, very confident. Really, really good music. If you like soul, I don't know how much funk it is. It's probably more soul. And if you like that sort of thing, with a powerful female voice and a confident person, it's a good album. As is Light in the Attic's release, a reissue of her second album. They Say I'm Different. This came out in 2011. Reissue of her 1974 release. It's is this a double album? No. Here's a look at the inside, back cover. Betty Davis, They Say I'm Different. A little bit of soul, a lot of bit of soul, a little bit of funk. Good stuff. The last Light in the Attic release. This originally came out in 1969. This is a 2010 reissue by Light in the Attic of Jane Birkin and Serge Gainsbourg called... it's really just got their names on it, but I think it goes by Je t'aime, moi non plus. It's a gatefold. It's got the lyrics inside there. Let's look at the back cover. The 12-year-old in me likes Jane Birkin because it rhymes with Merkin. Here's a look at the label. And just kind of, for 1969, I guess you would have considered it pop. It's kind of like the song, like Je t'aime, moi non plus. Just kind of like her. It's her, like, with that breathy voice going, Je t'aime. And it's just kind of mesmerizing. But it's a relaxing record. It's a little organy. It's from 1969. But it's very enjoyable. Next up, avert your eyes if you don't like a picture of the male form. If you don't like art, don't listen to music. But this is a compilation that came out in 2014 by the band X Blank X. Take a look at the back cover. X Blank X. The band name is... It goes by like X_X. It's called X Blank X. They were a punk band in 1978 they had maybe I think they had 2 45s. And that was that. So it's kind of weird that they have a compilation. It's on red vinyl. This is from, I think, Finnish record label put this out. Full Contact Records. So it's the question becomes, how do you get a compilation album for a band that just put out 2 45s? But they got some live tracks on here and some demos that they did to flesh it out. So it's probably a little bit weak for a compilation. I'll probably try to seek out... they're probably impossible to find, but I might try to seek out the 45s. But it's good, if you like punk, if you like raw, it's really good stuff. 1978. I forgot what other band the guys were in, but it's enjoyable. And it's funny. It's like this is a record label from Finland putting out a punk band from Cleveland. There are some record labels like Svart, SVART. There's another one from Finland. There are some Finnish record labels that know their shit. They put out good music. Put out good stuff, I have a lot of respect for the music scene in Finland. Next up, this is this no, this is the Public Image Limited uh, second edition. You know, clearly this is a reissue. This came out in 1979 is when the original came out. It was Metal Box, which is this. It was a triple LP that came with 45 RPM in a metal case, which is kind of awkward to work with. So the reissue is kind of nice to have. This is by Four Men with Beards. This was 2009 reissue by the inappropriately named Four Men with Beards. I believe it's just one guy with a beard, and the sound quality of Four Men with Beard stuff tends to be, you know, questionable. But you know, it's the records can be hard to get out of that metal box, so it's kind of nice to have this. Great album, Swan Lake, Careering. It's kind of it's like their first album, you know. You can really, you know, jaw wobble on bass. Just he's mesmerizing. You know, you're just like doing this the whole. You're just moving. You're moving the entire time you're listening to it. And it's a little bit spacey. It's not space rock, but it's a little bit spacey. And just grabs you, you know. And if you can follow along with the lyrics, there's some really great stuff in there. Last thing I'm going to show is the record's called Quark, Strangeness, and Charm. It's by Hawkwind. This is a 1977 album. Came out on Sire Records, normal Sire label. You know, I ordered a record from somewhere, and I don't know if they meant for this to be a stiffener or something, but this record was just in there with it. It was nothing I purposely ordered. It's kind of a space rock or prog. I don't know. I got to listen to it a few more times. It's interesting. And when I say interesting, I'm being polite, saying it's not very good, but I know they're iconic and I know they're well regarded, and it's probably just my, you know, lack of musical knowledge that makes me go, this is not very good. But I'm gonna give it a chance. I gotta try this a couple more times, and maybe it's just the wrong Hawkwind album. If this is a really good Hawkwind album I should listen to, let me know. Hit me in the comments. Whoop, almost dropped it. Almost killed it. I will... Whoop, starting to slide away. I will leave a link in the description below to a video of maybe one song off each of these albums so that you can get a feel for it and see if you want to explore it further. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that wasn't too long, too boring, too pornographic. But you know, art is messy sometimes. I could go on and on, but enjoy your music. Thank you for watching.